Greetings, all you Jacks and Jennets, and welcome to your daily dose of Donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, bringing you the Donk Nation Power Index, Lasker's Gingy's Top 10, which leads to the Donk Nation Top 10. Thank you all for tuning in to figure out that not a whole lot has changed this week. Although we actually saw the NFL say football wasn't the most important thing, as the cancellation now of the Cincy game against Buffalo has become official, and that's going to make for some fun scenarios going into playoff time. If you're a fan of one of these teams that might end up in a not tie situation, maybe neutral field talk. Really cool stuff going on in the NFL world. But let's go ahead and get into why you're here. The Donk Nation Power Index. Let's start from 32 all the way up to 25. Didn't change at all, but we'll just go 32 to essentially the top 10 pretty quick. Houston down at the bottom. Nothing's changed there. Chicago, Fields ran for 100 yards in the first quarter. I believe just became the third quarterback in NFL history with a 1,000-yard rushing season, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. So that's cool, but, still down at the bottom. Indianapolis, watching the Nick Foles injury was kind of a little bit scary, too, with that little season he had going on, but no reason to move them. Arizona, what happens when you pay an undersized quarterback who gets hurt a lot? You lose a lot of football games, apparently. Kind of Denver right here. You trade for a superstar quarterback, and looks like you might finish the season with the worst offense in the NFL. That's always good. The Rams have to ask themselves, is Baker Mayfield going to be a guy we want to bring back? Because he's played decent for them, although I believe they got blown out this week. Atlanta, man, what a chance they had at this division. I don't think benching Mariota was the right move for them. Carolina could not get the job done with the division title on the line. Well, I guess not on the line, but the chance to be the front runner for it. Just couldn't get it done. Vegas, another loss, although this time they had to go to overtime. So, hey, there's some positive for them. Started Stidham, is that right? Out there, new quarterback, couldn't get the job done. Tennessee, everything's on the line this week against Jacksonville. Didn't really play hard against Dallas on Thursday night. New Orleans, well, what's there to say? Time to evaluate some people and see who's going to make that team. Washington, how does the coach not know that they can be eliminated from the playoffs with a loss? Did that factor into him starting Carson Wentz thinking that they couldn't be eliminated? And I hate to say it, but, a veteran coach there in Rivera just making bad decisions. I don't know if his job's very secure, and no one in the world outside of him thought Carson Wentz gave him a better chance to win that game. Cleveland, things are moving, I guess, the right way for Deshaun Watson for them, but not much to play for other than to ruin the Steelers' season this week. The Jets, again, it just doesn't matter who's the quarterback going in right there. Offense just can't get it going, and has to be driving Robert Saleh. Absolutely insane. Pittsburgh, second straight game-winning touchdown in under a minute by the rookie quarterbacks. First time that's happened in NFL history. And 8-8. Who would have thought at 2-6 that this team is in a chance for another miracle playoff chance? And sitting at 8-8. Just seems to be the Steelers' way of late. Tampa Bay's right above them. And division title again, and the 9th straight 1,000-yard receiving season for Mike Evans, continuing to add to his NFL record. Really good to see him out there doing, his own things. I think it was a couple hundred yards and like 3 touchdowns in that one. Above them is Miami, who seem to have the playoffs locked up but have lost 5 straight games. It doesn't look like they have Tua. Doesn't look like they're going to have, I can't think of his name right now. They're back up there. Sorry, I absolutely am spacing names. Teddy Bridgewater, there we go. Doesn't look like he'll be there at the broken finger. They just signed Mike Glennon. Oh boy, scary time to be a Miami fan. Seattle, Geno gets a win against his old team and keeps his playoff hopes alive. They have to win this week to have any chance, but the Jets probably looking there going, we spent a number 2 overall pick and Geno Smith ends up being the better quarterback. Although they did let him go quite a while ago. Above them is Detroit. If Seattle loses, Detroit has a chance on Sunday night to have a win and get in game against Green Bay because the winner of that game will get in. However, if Seattle wins, Detroit will be eliminated before they even play on Sunday. Way to keep the games fair, NFL. Really good job on that. Green Bay just stomped Minnesota and showed Kirk Cousins what's what, which gives them the opportunity for a win and in game. The only team that cannot be eliminated before the Sunday night game is Green Bay because no matter what, they win, they are in. Good for them. New England, another team that's been kind of trending downwards, needs to win this week to have a chance to get in. Well, not necessarily, but win this week will really help their playoff chances. That leaves us number 11, your Jacksonville Jaguars. They won this week in a game that really didn't matter. I guess it keeps a slim wild card hope alive. If New England, Pittsburgh, and Miami all lose, Jacksonville can still get the wild card, so that's something to it. But really, this game versus Tennessee this week is a huge one for them. They win their division, they're in. Simple as that. Breaking into the top 10 this week, we got your New York Giants. Danny Dimes, Saquon Barkley lead the Giants back to the promised land of the playoffs. Good for them. The LA Chargers come in at number 9. Things are trending up for them. Not a team that you necessarily want to see in the playoffs. Very explosive potential on that team, and this year didn't choke away a playoff chance, so that's going for them. Minnesota, of course, they come in at number 8, trending downwards after that Green Bay game, just absolutely exposed, and they better hope that doesn't come to bite them in the playoffs, that they have this great regular season, just can't get it done. Above them, we have Baltimore at number 7, and again, a huge loss to Pittsburgh this week. No Lamar means no offense for the Ravens. They better figure out a way to pay that man and keep him there, and figure out how to get a backup that can score some points, because like all the other running quarterbacks that you've been seeing, and I'll talk about one later, the smaller running quarterbacks don't ever seem to play a full season. Right above them, we got Cincinnati, of course, no game this week where they were leading early. That team just seems to be playing some really good football right now. But obviously, things more important than football happened on that field. Right above them, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Great position to get the 1 seed on Saturday night. We'll see how that ends up working out and what ends up happening if they get the 1 seed purely because Buffalo played less games. So fun stuff could be happening there. San Francisco comes in at number 4. Brock Purdy wins again, continues throwing 2 touchdowns. And is there a little bit of weakness shown there, giving up 34 points to the Raiders? Or was that more just they didn't know what to expect with a new quarterback in there for Vegas? We'll see, but potential problems going forward. Dallas comes in at number 3. Who would have thought they have a chance to win the division the way Philly started this season? But hey, that's the case right now. Dallas does have a chance to win this division, obviously with little help. Dropping down to number 2 this week, we got your Philadelphia Eagles. The second straight loss without Jalen Hurts means the division is up for grabs. Minshew couldn't get the job done in the 2 weeks he had the chance to do it. And this brings up the, should you pay mobile quarterbacks who are small and you know are going to get hurt? That's a big debate, and I'm not sure. And that means number 1 is Buffalo. A lot more important things going on in Buffalo right now than football, but they get a move up to the number 1 in the power index, thanks mostly due to a top 5 offense, a top 5 defense. The only team in the league that can boast that they're top 5 with both units. Of course, you have teams like Dallas who come in with 6th on defense, or San Francisco who's 7th on offense, but really, it's Buffalo up there right now at the number 1 seed, and that could make a fun Super Bowl if our teams make it there. Now let's get to Gingy. Let's get to Laskers. We'll start with Gingy's top 10. From 10 to 1, you have Baltimore, Giants, Chargers, Vikings, Bengals, top 5 of Niners, Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know why I said that there. I'm trying to trick y'all and make you think Gingy loves Bill Belichick. Lasker's top 10 is Giants, Chargers, Baltimore, San Francisco, Cincinnati at 6. The top 5 of Vikings, Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, Eagles. Let's get it straight this time. And you remember the Donk Nation top 10, or Power Index top 10 was Giants, Chargers, Vikings, Baltimore, Cincinnati, Kansas City, San Francisco, Dallas, Philly, and Buffalo, which means this week's Donk Nation Top 10 has a brand new team coming in at number 10, the New York Giants, and then 9 through 1 are the exact same as last week. The Chargers at 9, Baltimore at 8, Minnesota at 7, Cincinnati at 6, San Francisco at 5, Dallas at 4, Kansas City 3, Buffalo 2, and Philadelphia 1. Dropping out of this week's Top 10 is, of course, the Miami Dolphins. That's all I got for y'all this week. Make sure you tune in to Steelers Talk. We're going to have some fun things we're talking about, including potential playoff scenarios, quite possibly. But I am the Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey on Twitch and Twitter. Your daily dose of Donkey with Ginger's YouTube channel. Leave us a like, comment, follow. Tell us what you think about these top 10s in the Power Index. Leave your own if you want to. And hey, Donk Nation, Steeler Nation, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Wave them if you got them. Here we go.